and physical problems.
Still depressed? Try this.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Exercise is also very important because exercise increases the good chemicals in your brain.
And nothing beats a good laugh.
Also, on a regular basis, need to have time for yourself. You should have at least 15 to 30 minutes each day when you are not dealing with anybody, you are just dealing with you. There's nothing in life that happens to you that you can't learn something from. So even if the stressor seems overwhelming to you, you can reframe it and ask yourself, what can I learn positively from this situation?
And the government has taken steps to identify persons who may be going through a state of depression and offer assistance where needed. A screening instrument has been adapted and standardized to screen Jamaicans who seek medical attention in a public health facility. Two main questions mostly asked. Have you been feeling depressed over the past 2 weeks? Have you not been enjoying things that you used to enjoy over the past 2 weeks?
If the answer to any one of those are positive, then you move to asking the other question to meet the criteria for depression. All health centers throughout the island, the medical doctors have been trained to administer the instrument and also to treat depression.
If it so happens that your depression requires the use of antidepressants, avenues have been created for you to access the drugs.
All antidepressants are on the NHF list and are therefore accessible to the general population.
So you've just realized that you're depressed. Do not feel shame. Do not put off your feelings until another day. You may not reap the fruits of your labor overnight, but the journey cannot be completed without that first step. And if it's someone close to you, lend them a helping hand. Give them a chance to get on with their lives. And one final tip, add something pleasurable to your life now. Remember, there's no good health without mental health.
Flickers in the sky, a tiny star lights up way up high. All across the land dawns a brand new morn. This comes to pass when a child is born. A silent wish sails the seven seas. The winds of change whisper in the trees, and the walls of doubt crumble, tossed and torn. This comes to pass when a child is born. A rosy hue settles all around. You've got to feel you're on solid ground. For a spell or two,
this happens while the world is waiting for one child. Black, white, yellow, brown, no one knows, but a child who will grow up and turn tears to laughter, pain to joy, hate to love, and everyone to everyone's neighbor. And the misery and suffering are soon to be words forgotten forever.
It's all a dream, an illusion now. It must come true sometime soon, somehow. All across the land, on the brand new dawn, this comes to pass when a child is born. This comes to pass when a child is born.
This week, we conclude our discussion with the small people. The topic, children and nutrition.
Hello and welcome to this final segment in the program, which we're looking at childhood diseases. And in this segment we're going to be focusing on what they have at school. We want to impress upon them the importance of a balanced diet. We'll hear what their views on that is, and we're also looking at what the government is doing to ensure that our children in schools get a balanced diet. We are joined in this segment by Ashley Campbell from St. Andrew, Tristan Donaldson from St. Hugh's, Brittany Getfield from Alpha Primary, and Shantae Roach from Micro Practicing. Thank you for joining us in this segment. Okay, we're talking about a balanced meal. What exactly is, in your opinion, is a balanced meal? And tell me about one that you probably have at school, a balanced meal that you would have at school. Yes, Tristan.
I would say that at my school, they provide us with a nutritious meal, a hot nutritious meal. They usually serve us with some rice as a carbohydrate, with the chicken as the proteins, and sometimes even fish. And they have a side of vegetables.
Yes.
And they also serve us with orange juice. Sometimes children also have their water beside them that they bring from home. And I feel this is a balanced meal because it contains different of the food groups.
Food groups, good. Ashley, tell me about a balanced meal that you would have been served at school.
A balanced meal that I've served at my school is like same as chicken, rice, and some vegetables, and maybe after you finish a little fruits and stuff like that, and sometimes some little sodas and stuff. So that's what they serve as a balanced meal.
Can you tell me about a diet that you've had at school, or a meal that you'd have had at school, which you think is balanced and nutritious?
Well, a meal at school is very nutritious and it helps to keep you strong throughout the day. And a balanced meal at school is a cooked lunch which contains fried chicken, rice and peas and vegetables, and you'd buy a fruit drink and bring out water.
Yes. Now, do you think that you are allowed to eat for the number of times that you like at school? Are you allowed to eat for as much as you'd want to at school?
Yes, you're allowed to because you have choices. They give you lunch, and then after school, if you're thirsty, they give you bag juice, Kisco, and if you're hungry, they give you snacks.
So many times are you allowed to eat at school before the school day ends? 3 times?
crisps.
And that is sufficient for you. You're happy with that. What about you, Tristan?
In my opinion,